Every time I see Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, whether it's a trailer, a blog post, or just screenshots, it just continues to look better, and it quite possibly may be the best version of Final Fantasy Tactics to play. We had a Nintendo Direct that had a little bit of a sneak peek with a few little nuggets there that we're going to be going over, and we also got a story trailer as well, and I've got to say, things are shaping up to be glorious. So with that all being said, what is up guys, Jen here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Got you covered with timestamps on this one because we're going to be going over quite a lot of things here, so feel free to skip around. All I ask is you support the channel and hit the like button, and if you want to stick around for some more Final Fantasy Tactics content, then you're already in the right place. Just hit that subscribe button. Now, I'm going to address an elephant that I've had in the room every time I've covered Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, and that's the people that are just not a fan of it. Whether that's because of the War of the Lions content, whether they think that they've not put that much effort in, I completely disagree with all of these. The only thing I do agree with is I do think there should be more translations for more people to play this game so we can all discuss and enjoy this together. But I recently put a poll out on the YouTube channel asking people what game out of the Square Enix lineup, now that we've got a couple of extras out there, are people looking forward to. And both on Twitter and here on YouTube, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles is winning by miles. So that tells me that there is a lot of people out there that are ready, like I am, to dive into Final Fantasy Tactics, and that is fantastic. Now let's go over these trailers, and we're going to go over the Nintendo Direct segment first. It's a very small 30-second, 40-second clip. I'm going to have it playing and repeat as we talk about this, but we finally get some English footage. I was saying in the last video that the Japanese Twitter are going crazy, posting voice clips and gameplay clips every other day. On the English side of things, we've not really seen very much, so seeing this trailer and the story trailer with just everything it's offering is nice to see. We get a nice look at the UI in English and it's looking great. The turn order on the left hand side, fantastic. All the details on each character you control, whether it's the job points you need to get, the experience points, what your character is bringing to the table, and just the overall look of the UI while you're going through abilities is looking good. There seems to be a auto battle option. I assume that if you click this, then that character, whenever their turn comes around, means that they will act accordingly to what the AI thinks is best suited to the situation. So for those that are going to be grinding battles and just want their units to decimate the best way that they can, this is a great option to have. Also in this little Final Fantasy Tactics segment we got in the Direct, we got a nice peek at the voice acting. We get to see that just normal units to scream out dialogue as well, whether they're just starting off the battle or if they are doing an attack, a spell, an ability, whatever it may be. So there's definitely going to be a lot of immersion here, and it's great to see. Man, the voice acting that is just being previewed, the lineup they've got here is really exciting, and it's a story that I'm just going to take in and just enjoy to the max. You can clearly tell a lot of effort has been put into the dialogue, both in the way it has been written for the voice actors and the way it has been performed. Also in this really small segment, we got a look at the difficulty options with them listed in English. We have the Squire, which features easier battles, allowing you to just concentrate on the story. A lot of people say Final Fantasy Tactics has got one of the greatest Final Fantasy stories in history. If you just want to experience that without too much of an overwhelming tactical battle system, then Squire is the way for you. Don't be discouraged if that's going to be the one you go for. Then we have the Night mode, which is carefully balanced to experience the thrill of battle. So basically you're getting best of the combat without it being too difficult. And then you have the Tactician mode, which offers a greater challenge with more demanding battles. I'm sure a lot of veterans that have played Tactics before that want that experience are going to go straight into Tactician mode, and it'll be very interesting to see how they control their units and distribute and just tackle overall battles throughout the game. Another thing to note on this screen is obviously this happens when we start a new game. There seems to be 3 screens that we're going to go through. Difficulty first, something second, and something third. If I was to have a guess, I would imagine it's probably voice and dialogue options maybe next, and then maybe, I don't know, some visual differences. We also got another look at State of the Realm, another thing that I'm excited for, to get more lore on the war here within the story. We get to look at what's happened in the past, what's happened in the present, much like Final Fantasy 16. We've gone over this many times before, but there is another option that we can have a look at the people. So if this is going to be like Final Fantasy 16, there was like a relationship, like how is everyone involved with each other at certain stages of the story. So what is Ramza's relationship with Delita and how that relationship progresses throughout the story. You should be able to see that and get brief descriptions of each character. So again, for those lore buffs and people that really want to dive into the story of Final Fantasy Tactics, State of the Realm seems to be the thing to be. And before this finished up, we got a look at the map again, and it looks glorious, man. It looks a really nice map with the icons and the Ramza sprite traversing the map. And we get an enemy encounter. We get the random encounter. I said after we seen the news of there being a button to call enemies to us that I didn't think that random battles have gone. I thought this was just an additional feature for those that just want battles to come to them, which is really nice to see. So you could play it as natural as you can. If you don't want to search out battles, you still get those random encounters. But if you want that extra battle, whether it's for a grind or you're looking for something in particular, then that search for enemy button is there. And that was pretty much all crammed into that small segment of the Nintendo Direct. But there was another thing that I noticed at the end, you know, when they say like pre-order later today, there's gameplay off in the background and there's some cutscenes playing. And I never thought about it at the time, but this game is going to be heavily story based. Like there's going to be a lot of cutscenes. You're going to want to sit back and relax and enjoy. And it's nice to see, not that it wasn't coming, that there's an auto advanced feature. It's very hard to see. I don't know if we've seen it in other trailers. I just seemed to caught it when I was having a look back through this segment of the Nintendo Direct. So that means that the dialogue will auto progress and we can sit back and just soak in the story and appreciate the voice acting. There's also an option to fast forward. Maybe we might be in situations where we get a game over and we need to go through again. We can either skip it completely or we can fast forward it, or if it's dialogue that we've heard before, maybe we want to fast forward it. But it's nice to see that we've got an auto advanced feature. If that wasn't in, then mashing X as we're going through the story after each person has spoken, you know, can really take its toll on your thumb. So it's nice to see it here. So let's move on to the story trailer. Again, not very much to take from here, but I think the main thing, the takeaway here is the War of the Lions cutscenes. Looks like we're going to be getting a mishmash of the War of the Lions cutscenes and what appears to me some new cutscenes as well, which we've seen in the announcement trailer. It's nice to see that they've reworked cutscenes that were originally on the PSP and reworked into them to the point where there's certain parts of the story where Ramza wears a different outfit, and that is now reflected in these cutscenes. So a lot of care and effort's gone into it. A lot of people might be saying, well, if they've included the War of the Lions cutscenes, why have they not included anything else? Again, I don't know that answer. Don't ask me. If that's something to give you ammunition to still fight the fight for that War of the Lions content, then go for it. But I'm really happy with what we're getting here. I guess the War of the Lions cutscenes combined with the reworked War of the Lions cutscenes when it comes to Ramza's outfit and the new cutscenes that have been animated, it's going to throw the story out to both new players and old players in a brand new way. And it's just going to be, what is the saying people say nowadays? Cinema. So it's something to really look forward to. Not much else to take from the story trailer except that I'm ready. I'm in. Give us some previews, give us more gameplay. Maybe they've got a couple of more things held close to their chest that we might see in the future. Who knows? But I'm ready and we don't have long to go. So let me know in the comment section down below, because I know there's a lot of you out there. Are you excited for Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles? I appreciate your time, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.